Yo, what's up guys? So we're here to talk about all of the cool stuff that I personally saw at Gamescom in 2019, at least as of right now, because keep in mind this is going to be a lot more stuff announced, but I did want to briefly make a video talking about the things that I am personally interested in, as well as a bunch of the stuff that you guys will see here in the future on this channel. And I guess if you're new here and you do want to follow up on any of these games or any of these discussions, feel free to go ahead and do so. But I will, just as a heads up, we'll be talking over some of the like gameplay or reveals here. And if you guys want to watch it in its full entirety without my commentary, just check the pinned comment. I'll have all the stuff that I'll be talking about. Keep in mind, this is not all the games, it's just the stuff that I'm personally interested in and or found cool. And if I missed out on anything, let me know in the comment section below. But anyways, the first thing I really want to talk about is this new game console called the Amico. So Tommy Tallarico, really cool guy in the gaming industry, he's making a new console, and he basically says that there are 200 million hardcore gamers, right? But there are 3 billion people who play casual games. So he's basically capitalizing on that. He's making a new console, and here is the new console as far as what it looks like. So basically, what it looks like is, it basically looks like a cell phone with a dock. Maybe the dock plugs into the TV and you can play with like a different controller or perhaps like on a bigger screen. But it looks more like mobile gaming. It's probably not something I'm interested in. But I was really surprised by checking out the comments over here, as well as the like to dislike ratio. I thought people were going to just meme this really hard and say it's the Ouya 2, because looking at the gameplay here, because he's like, they say it's simple, affordable, family entertainment. I'm like, okay, this is just not for me, you know? No biggie, you know, people like different things. But then like looking at the gameplay, it just looks like mobile games, to be honest. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out the gameplay here for the Amico. And I'm sure that there are a lot of classic games that people are like, wow, I'm so glad that this is back. But again, a lot of these games look like they're... look at some of these games, man. Easily replicated on mobile, easily just flash animation games. But nonetheless, again, they have a release date of next year. That's going to be quite some time to get like this kind of gameplay. But again... I'm assuming they've got a lot of work to do as far as like pushing out a lot of units and of course peripherals, because it looks like there is going to be like some type of controller system, and obviously if it's in if it's like family oriented, they're gonna need to print out a lot of these to have like 4 of them. But I don't know. Let me know guys how you feel about this. I'm curious for my viewers. Are you guys even interested in any of this? Personally, for me, I'm not interested in it, but sometimes all it takes is one really good game, aka Halo for the Xbox, to sell a console, so maybe they'll get one. It looks like there's also speaker integration, so I'm guessing you can take these with you. I'll have to wait and see how good the Amico actually is, but again, as of right now, not too interested in it, but I'm excited that there is technically a new console in 2020. Anyways, I did want to briefly mention, there is Death Stranding gameplay, but it's really weak. I mean, they show him peeing, and then he just walks around, and I can't believe they use this as gameplay. Obviously, that's why there's dislikes. People are like, wow, he threw down a ladder. Why would you go to Gamescom and just show, like, the ladder, like, being placed? We want to see, like, the gameplay, you know what I mean? Not just walking around talking. I mean, that's how I personally felt, and a lot of people agreed. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I've already said that I'm excited about this game because I really like Kojima games. Snatcher is still one of my favorite games of all time. That's one of Kojima's first games, but I think he is mastermind. But I would really love to see the new Zone of the Enders game, but there's no announcement of that. Also, Cyberpunk, they announced it for Stadia. Not too much to talk about other than Cyberpunk's amazing as far as like visually. There are a few things that I would say are new here. At least I haven't seen the motorcycle clip as well as this whip clip. That's something new. I've already seen the blade arm. We've seen the ice bath previously, but again, just really cool stuff. Just more Cyberpunk stuff. Again, there are a few other videos, but a lot of stuff was just repeats. But I did want to mention that I'm still excited to play this game, and I'll just briefly mention it, because if I don't mention it, I know someone's going to say, yo, you weren't excited about Cyberpunk? Like, these are more so games that, like, just got announced, and the first game that I want to talk about, I legit thought this was just a Destiny. Like, looking at this right here, I was like, oh, wait, hold on, once it goes a little bit forward, and you can see, like, the actual characters' masks, I was like, oh, that's just a new Destiny expansion pack, right? No, I was actually wrong on this. So, let's go and stop making my music for a second. We'll show off the gameplay for this. And by the way, I'm not doing these full screen just because YouTube and copy strikes, right? So I hope you guys are okay with that. But anyways, yeah, it's just a game that I genuinely like mech games. And it's been a while. Like, I would really love to see a new Steel Battalion game. I know the last one was on the Kinect. But it looks like you also have like squad mates, as you guys will see. in some of the gameplay footage. Like you have like your mech, and then you have two people that will like walk by you side by side. So if you can kind of set up like a squad with different setups as far as like team compositions. Like I said, if you want to watch it without my commentary, feel free to go ahead and do so. I'll link it down below. Next thing I wanted to mention is Darksiders Genesis. This is an action RPG game. If you guys have played like Diablo, Path of Exile, it looks to kind of be like that. I'm not sure how far the depth is going to be in this game, but I'm also a fan of Darksiders. I did play Darksiders 3. It was a pretty cool game. But I'm a huge action RPG fan. It feels like action RPGs have been dry for so long as far as like a really big title. I know we have Pagan Online coming out, and there's also Children of Morta coming out, which is another indie game that I'm excited to play. And also, as far as the release dates on some of these games, just check them out. I mean, technically, all games always go back in time, right? Soon TM. But yeah, this is just another game that I'm excited about. And again, I play most action RPGs that come out, so I'll definitely give this one a shot, and we'll get you guys probably a playthrough or some gameplay at least on the channel when the game does come out. It's also going to be on the Switch, surprisingly, and I like how everything's being announced for Stadia. Now, the next thing I want to mention is Watchdogs Legion. So, I'm just going to go ahead and just play some Mega Man music here. So basically, Watchdogs Legion is a new Watchdogs game, and they have these really cool perks, which I thought was really interesting. So this guy over here, he has 50% damage resistance after drinking, and it says that you can play as anyone, and it explains it here. They all have like these different like perks, and some of these perks are like really hilarious. So he has 50% damage resistance after drinking, and then you have this lady over here, which she has automatic release from jail, so your character can actually get jailed. I thought that was cool, but this is what I think is the coolest. All right, let me go ahead and actually just play some audio from this. Alright, hold on, go back. Okay, so he has 100% damage bonus with rifles, but he may die randomly. That's awesome.
Wait, may die randomly?
Like, that is getting to some next level. And it says permadeath.
Everyone is different.
Okay.
To decide what's best for your team.
Anyways, you have to make a team, and they show these different operatives, and they show some of the different abilities. Like, this is a shockwave, so when you slam someone, it, I guess, kind of stuns another enemy next to him. Cool little spider army, and I was like, okay, it's just, there wasn't really anything too cool until I saw Gun Kata, and I was like, okay, now I'm actually interested in purchasing this game. I did play the first Watch Dogs, thought it was kind of cool, but this is what I'm interested in. This is basically, if you want to think of it kind of like Gunslinger and DMC. I know the game's not going to be like fast like Devil May Cry, but if you could have Gun Kata, and they also show off this like AR lunge. So if you could combine some of these like skill traits into one character, they do show off one of the like examples of like all of the different like perks and stuff. Is it back or forward one second here? They show off all of these, and if you can like combine Gun Kata and like some type of melee build, I think the game could be pretty cool for me, but I don't know how fast the game is going to be. I would prefer to have just another Devil May Cry, but if this is anything close to that, if you have Gun Kata and Teleport, I don't know, the game might be really, really interesting. Anyways, next up, this is Blasphemous. I'm just going to go ahead and just play it. It looks kind of like a Metroidvania game, and I'm a huge sucker for like these SNES stylized games. Anyways, I'm just going to fast forward to the gameplay, because that's basically what I wanted to show off in this video. Well, not showing off the full video, because I'm not looking to get copy strike, like I said. But if you want to watch the whole thing, again, link will be down below for everything. I just want to go fast forward to the gameplay here. So, the game looks great. I like pixel art. Dead Cells was one of the more recent ones that I played that I really enjoyed. Also, Duelist, shoutouts to that game. Although that game hasn't had new content in a long time. But that game's totally different from this. But anyways, yeah, this looks like a side-scroller, maybe some platforming here and there. Just looks cool, and it looks really brutal. That's what I was really surprised by. Because so many games these days just want to cater towards everyone, and I like that it's more brutal. And you can, like, grab ledges, and it just looks really fluid. I'm like, look at this, like, I guess this is if you die, it can, like, fix you up. That's cool. And anyways, this one actually has a pretty close release date. This is going to be, it's from Team 17. I don't know if any of you guys played the game like Worms. There's a game that I grew up with, but that's from Team 17, and it's coming out on the Switch, and it looks like a great little portable game. Usually I prefer getting my games not on the Switch, but if it's like a pixel game, I don't worry about like having like, you know, well, most games should probably run at 60 FPS that look like this on the Switch, but it'd be a nice little portable game. Anyways, lastly, we have Predator Hunting Grounds, and I know some people are making fun of this game for its visuals. Okay, I'm going to fast forward because they have some copyrighted music in the very beginning, but basically, it's from the Predator the movie. I thought that was pretty cool. They do also say the game is alpha, so keep that in mind when you see visually. There's, like I said, a lot of people making fun of the game. Like how the gun had like no recoil. Like visually just looks a little outdated, right? But as long as the gameplay's fun, I just like this. This is too cool, man. The last time that I got that hyped up about Predator was when they announced it in Call of Duty Ghosts. But I just feel like the Predator license is super underused. Okay, but that's Predator Hunting Grounds, and look at the comments. I'm stoked. I'm glad this is just an alpha, not the finished product. Hey, I'm so quirky and funny with my PS2 jokes. Come on, guys. PS2 is a little harsh. This is definitely PS3 worthy. Okay, so like a lot of people are making fun of the game again for visuals, but they said it's an alpha, and it's more so I'm interested to see what they do with it because the games like I don't know if any of you guys remember Evolve, that game that like it was supposed to be really big. They made toys. They had a lot of stuff with it, but the game just kind of just didn't keep itself afloat. A lot of these games where there's like one attacker and then like a bunch of like infantry and there's basically 4v1 scenarios, it's hard to keep people interested and it's really hard to balance those kinds of games. But anyways, those are the games that I was personally interested in. If you guys felt like I missed out on anything, let me know down below in the comment section below. And like I said, I will be covering, I probably will be getting every single one of these games. This one is a maybe. Predator, obviously that depends on how good it is, but other than that, maybe Watchdogs 2. Depends how fast the melee and the gun kata can be. But like, legitimately, I got so excited when they said gun kata. I just love that. That's like one of my favorite things in games. But I'm really looking forward to Darksiders as well. But yeah, like I said, I should be covering like all these games in the future. So if you're new here and want to follow up on any of these games, new to the channel here, hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell, and you'll definitely see it when I put it out. But let me know if I missed out on any games. Like I said, because like there are a lot of games, and some games I just maybe didn't see, or it was shown at like a different panel, and I just happened to not watch that specific panel at the right time as far as like on YouTube goes. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. I'm signing out. And keep up, there's going to be more games that are out. I know someone might mention a game that's coming out like, well, if you're watching this maybe a few days after Gamescom, don't worry. I plan to make one like almost every day, depending on if there's enough to like kind of make a video. Because if there's only one game I'm excited about, I'll just hold off and make it a compilation. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and peace.